right, welcome back, Zap fans. Sorry about all that. We had some technology issues. So Spearfish scored one in the top of the first, and in the bottom of the first, Gavin Frazier struck out. Dominic DiCarlo hit a double, and then advanced to third on a pass ball. Ty Farwell hit a RBI single, and then Connor Goldberg rolled up into a double play. So your Zap tied it in the bottom of the first, 1-1. So we're now at the top of the second, all tied at 1. This is game 2 of the doubleheader, of a 7-inning doubleheader. If you're just tuning in or missed part of game 1, the Zap won 13-3.
First pitch will be a swing and miss for Mason Mannings for strike one.
Now batting for Spearfish is number 9.
And he will hit this ball out to right field. Manuel Ely running back. It'll bounce off the wall. And that'll be a double for number 9. This guy's not on there.
Now batting for Spearfish, number 33.
So that's Jacob Allender. He was on the last one. First pitch will be a called strike. Do you have the paper from the last one? So he played last game. Second pitch will be a ball. Count is 1-1. And that'll be low, ball 2. And that'll miss low. Brings the count to 3-1. No outs here. Throw around second for Mason Manning. In the top of the second. And that'll miss for ball 4. So runners on first and second.
Batting ninth is our beer batter, number 7, Houston.
First name's Garrett. Here's the bear batter, Garrett Houston. Got one out here. Or no outs, I mean, after the walk. And he will have a bunt attempt. That'll be strike 1. Did not make an attempt to pull that bat back. Sasquatch trying to move those runners over here. Showing bunt. The pitch. And he'll bunt it. Mason Manning fields it and throws to first for the first out of the inning. Will be ruled as a successful sacrifice bunt. moving the runners into scoring position.
Now batting the leadoff, number 1, Bo Landoli.
And Manning will start out with a ball up there. 1-0. And Manning will induce a ground ball to first base, and he will come on to get the out after he covers first, but a run will score on the play. Sasquatch lead 2-1 now in the top of the second. Zapper 1 out away.
Now batting number 8, Braden Smith.
Manning looking to minimize as much as he can here in this inning. First pitch will be up for a ball. And a fastball miss up brings the count to 2-0. That'll drop in the first strike, 2-1. And right back to it as Manning drops in another strike to even it, 2-2. And he will get it with the swing and miss for the strikeout to end the inning here. So Manning gives up 1 here in the top of the second. Sasquatch take the lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Sasquatch lead 2-1. Alright, leading off for your Zap will be number 11, Quinn Ludvigsen from McHenry County College.
Okay, Bob says it's working.
First pitch is in there, taken for a strike. Next pitch, swung at, fouled, out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Ludvigsen. And Q strikes out swinging. First out for the Zap this inning.
Strikeout will bring up number 15, Mason Melton.
First pitch is a ball, just misses outside. Second pitch is in there for a called strike. Looked like a breaking ball. That pitch evens the count up to 1-1 to Melton. Melton fouls that ball off down the third base line. Down to 1-2. Got him looking. Melton strikes out looking. Quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
The strikeout will bring up number 1, Blake Imhoff.
Imhoff steps up to the plate, takes ball 1. That one misses outside. Ball 2. Imhoff swings at that one. Does not make contact. Counts now 2-1. Imhoff takes another big hack there. That evens up the count at 2-2. And he'll swing on and miss that. Strike 3 ends the inning. Zap score no runs in the bottom of the second. Sasquatch lead 2-1. Stepping into the box, top of third, shortstop, number 7, Somnus.
And the first pitch will be hit behind the shortstop for a single. And he's going to go for 2. And the throw will be offline. Stand-up double.
Now heading for the Sasquatch, third baseman, Crew Moeller.
And Manning will jump ahead with the first pitch strike right here. And Moeller will hit this one back up the middle for a single. DiCarlo throws home, keeps the runner at third. And Ludvigsen will catch a runner on a pickle here. And the throw back to first. He missed, and a run will come in to score on the play, giving the Sasquatch a 3-1 lead. Moeller will get up to second.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 2, Malachi Lopez.
And the first pitch will be flown out to right field. Ely is under it, makes the catch, gets it in quickly, and keeps the runner at second. And that'll be the first down of the inning here in the bottom of the third, or top of the third.
Stepping up to the plate, designated hitter, number 17, Elijah Wyatt.
And the first pitch is a ball. And the 1-0, another ball. So 2-0 here. 1 out, runner at second. And that'll be a called strike. The 2-1. And that'll be a foul ball. 2-2.
Ty Farwell taking a mound visit out there to talk to Mason Manning. Can only assume this might be something about signs with the runner on second. Maybe Mason crossed him up, or maybe Ty's picking up that second baseman's picking signs.
Yep.
Could be my only guess.
That'll be fouled off again. And a swing and a miss on the 2-2 for a strikeout out number 2, Mason Manning.
Stepping up into the box now is number 9, Hutchinson.
And first pitch is grounded over to short. And Frazier makes the play, 10-8. So 1 run for the Sasquatch. Leading off for the Zap, the number 7, Dylan Bowie from Vancouver Island University.
Here we are back in the bottom of the third. Sasquatch lead at 3-1. See if the Zap can capitalize off Carver Partlow here. Partlow back out there for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch misses low and away for a ball. Goes all the way to the backstop. Next pitch is also low for a ball, making it 2-0. Next pitch is swung on. Little line out to shortstop.
I'll bring up number 4, Emmanuel Ely.
First pitch to Emmanuel Ely is a ball inside. as of late. Manny's been playing some pretty good baseball. Had a home run the other night at Mitchell, where we played the Bison. That gave us the lead in the late 9th inning. So Manny played hero as he fouls that pitch off, foul to first base. Next pitch is taken low for a ball in the dirt. That pitch is swung on and fouled down the third base line. That evens the count up at 2-2. That ball's taken in the ball. That ball's taken in the dirt. That moves the count to 3-2, making it a full count for Emmanuel Ely. It would be smart for Partlow to keep him off base. Manny is very fast on the base path. Can steal a base within a pinch. That ball's grounded out to shortstop. He kind of bobbles it, makes a throw, but Manny, like I was just talking about, Manny's fast. He beats that out.
Infield single flips the order back around, and Gavin Frazier, number 2 or shortstop, will be up to bat.
Great job on Manny's part. Hustling down the line. Was able to beat it out. Pickoff attempt, but Manny gets back in there safe at first. Wouldn't be surprised if he attempts to steal at any point throughout this at bat. As that pitch is taken for a strike. 0-1's the count on Gavin Frazier. As Partlow picks off again, almost had Manny if it wasn't for the first baseman bobbling the ball. So he's clearly worried about Emmanuel Ely over there at first base. Manny takes off. The ball pitched high as Manny is in there at second. Throw is not in time. As Emmanuel Ely steals second base, the count on Gavin Frazier moves to 1-1. Gavin's trying to say that pitch hit him, the umpire not buying it. Umpire didn't buy Gavin's persuasion, so Gavin stays in the box, moving the count to 2-1. Gavin takes that pitch for a called strike 2. That'll move the count to 2-2. Manny's still out there on second, getting a pretty big lead. That is taken inside for ball 3. And that pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. Pass ball as Manny advances to third base.
The walk will bring up number 5, Dominic DiCarlo.
Great job on Manny for being on his feet over there at second, advancing on the pass ball. And Gavin's not too slow himself, so he might be able to take second here too and get 2 runners in scoring position for Dom DiCarlo. 2 runners in scoring position for Dom would be pretty good, as he's hitting .312 on the summer. That pitch is flied out to left field. That should be deep enough to score Manny as he takes off. The throw comes home and is not in time as Manny scores, sliding in safe. And the Zap will cut down on this lead, making it 3-2. Great sacrifice fly there from DiCarlo.
The sacrifice will bring up number 31, Ty Farwell, who played at our first run of the game for the Zap.
In steps Ty Farwell. Runner on second with 1 out, or 2 out, sorry. Pitch is taken in the dirt, bounces off the catcher, but Gavin Frazier does not advance. If Ty can hit this ball into the gap. Oh, and we have a pickoff attempt. Gavin Frazier back in safe. If Ty Farwell can find a gap with this at bat, Gavin might be fast enough to get around and score from first to tie this ball game up. Gavin takes off for second. The pitch is high, and Gavin is in there safe at second base. Another stolen base for Gavin Frazier. Now Ty Farwell just needs a single to score Frazier. Can Ty Farwell come through again with yet another RBI for the Zap? And Ty Farwell fouls that pitch back and out of play. Farwell takes a called strike. That moves the count to 2-2. Looks like someone is already down in the Spearfish bullpen stretching. I'm not sure how long Carver's leash will be tonight, as this pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. That moves the count to full. And if you're a Spearfish, you do not want Connor Goldberg to get up to the plate, who's standing on deck. He was our Oahe Zap player of the game last game. Drove in multiple RBIs. And that pitch is ball 4, gets past the catcher. Gavin Frazier advances to third. Ty Farwell will make his way to first, and here comes Goldberg.
Yes, as you heard that, our player of the game from last game, number 9, Connor Goldberg, comes up to the plate here. Looking to tie it up for us with runners in the corners.
Uncommitted Connor Goldberg is batting .348 on the summer with multiple RBIs last game. Can he come through again for the Zap to tie this game up right here? And that pitch Missed high for ball 1. Next pitch is fouled down the third base line. Connor Goldberg is definitely being aggressive with his swing, trying to find something that'll get Gavin Frazier across the plate and tie this game. As you saw last game, if you were tuning in, just how quickly the Zap can turn it on and score runs as they put 4 on the Sasquatch in the bottom of the 4th last game. Goldberg swings and miss, moves the count to 1-2. Can Goldberg come up clutch again for the Zap? Tie this game up in the bottom of the 3rd. Ty Farwell takes off for second and is in there safely with no throw from the catcher. That was a great jump by Ty Farwell. That pitch was called a ball at the plate, moving the count to 2-2. So now a base hit from Connor Goldberg would potentially take the lead for the Zap here in the late 3rd inning. That pitch is down. Bouncing in the dirt, catcher makes a good block to keep Frazier from coming home to score. Full count now. Definitely don't want to load the bases up for Quinn Ludvigsen, who's standing on deck. That pitch is fouled off by Connor Goldberg. Great way to fight. Barlow comes set and swung on and missed. Gets away from the catcher, and the throw is not in time. The Zap tie the game. He may have struck out, folks, but he hustled down to first and beat it out.
Always run it out.
Always run it out, they say. Connor Goldberg on the drop third strike makes it to first. Gavin Frazier comes across to score, and the Oahe Zap tie the Spearfish Sasquatch at 3 apiece here in the 3rd. Sasquatch now taking a mound visit. Probably just to try and calm down Partlow.
Yeah. You get a strikeout and you don't get an out of it.
That can be frustrating as a pitcher. We both know.
Yep.
Probably just don't want this inning to get any more out of hand than it might be already for the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
They want to try and escape this inning with a tie and not be trailing.
So that'll bring up number 11, Quinn Ludvigsen.
That pitch misses in for ball 1. Catcher kind of held that frame a little bit longer. He might have thought that was there. But does not get the call. Count moves to 1-0. Pitch is swung on and missed by Ludvigsen. Connor Goldberg over there at first, getting a fairly small lead. He might not be planning on advancing here this at bat. But a pass ball or a base hit here from Quinn Ludvigsen would definitely give the Zap a lead as Ty Farwell standing on 3rd. Ludvigsen takes called strike 2. Moves the count to 1-2. Can they keep this rally going here in the third inning? That pitch is taken for a ball. That evens up the count at 2-2. And even if Connor Goldberg isn't the fastest guy on the Oahe Zap, do you think about taking off here and stealing second, putting the pressure on him?
I don't think it's a bad play necessarily.
I mean, we
I
saw
think
how
if you can force a throw out of the catcher here and then have Ty head home.
Quinn fouls that pitch off. Count remains 2-2. But we saw how much the pressure got to this Sasquatch last game. Maybe we try and do it again here in the third inning. Get a lead. I don't know what Connor's thinking over there at first. Maybe just trying to stay on base here.
Yeah.
Keep the bat in Quinn's hand. And just like I was talking about, Q. Pitch comes into Quinn for a ball, making it a full count. Connor takes off to third, beats the throw. Runners move to second and third.
And that Sasquatch bullpen, there's some movement now, some throwing about to start going down.
Lots of movement down in that Sasquatch bullpen.
You know, you can imagine they really don't want to have a pitching change at this point in the game.
And Quinn swings and misses to end the inning. So even though the Sasquatch blow the lead there, Zap tie it up. Good inning there from the Zap as they plate 2 to tie the Sasquatch 3-3 here in the bottom of the third. Welcome back here to the Sasquatch and Zap game. Here in the top of the fourth, leading off is number 33, Martin.
Mason Manning back out. Fourth inning work. First pitch will be a called ball. And that'll be high, ball 2. And that'll miss, ball 3. See if Manning can work back here. And that'll miss for a pitch walk.
Stepping up to the plate now is the beer batter. Beer batter number 13, Houston.
And Houston will square for a bunt, but it'll be pushed foul. That'll be the first strike.
Looking down on the Sasquatch bullpen, it looks like Partlow has taken off his cleats. Warming up in the bullpen appears to be number 25, Josh Kearney. So this looks like this could be his game for this Sasquatch.
And that'll be grounded up the third base line. And that'll be a fair ball, as both runners will get on, be first and second.
Stepping into the plate now is the leadoff batter, Bo Lindoli.
First pitch will be a called strike. So Manning jumps ahead.
Doesn't look like Bo liked that call too much as he
No,
turned around and said
yeah.
something to the umpire. Kind of shook his helmet a little bit.
Yep. And here's the 0-1 from Manning. And that'll be flown out towards shallow center. DiCarlo coming on, makes the catch. Holds the runners where they're at, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Stepping up to the plate now, number 8, Braden Smith.
And the first pitch will be flown into foul territory for the first strike. And that'll miss for ball 1. That pitch will miss. Brings the count to 2-1. And that'll miss for ball 3. Manning looking for a ground ball here. And that'll be a hit through the 5-6 hole there. So it'll be thrown in, holds all the runners out, keep the bases loaded.
Stepping up to the plate now, number 7, Grant Summers.
And the first pitch will be fouled back. Second pitch will also be fouled back as Manning jumps out to an 0-2 count lead here. And that pitch will be hit out to center field. Manuel Ely making the catch. And the throw comes in, and it's just late. The run does come across the score, giving the Sasquatch a 1-run lead. That'll be the second out here in the top of the fourth.
And stepping up into the box now for Spearfish Sasquatch. It's number 4, Crew Moeller.
And first pitch from Manning will be end capped off the bat, and that'll be an inning-ending little ground out to the pitcher there. As 1 run does come across the score for the Sasquatch.
And we do have a pitching change here for the Sasquatch. It is number 25, Josh Kearney, right-handed pitcher from Doane University, posting a 4 ERA so far this summer.
And that'll bring up number 15, Mason Melton.
And the first pitch tonight from Josh is a ball, just missing outside. Melton swings at that pitch and lines it into left center field. That ball keeps rolling all the way to the fence. Melton is rounding second now and is going to stop there at second for a stand-up double to lead off the inning for the Zap. That's exactly what you need after the Sasquatch take the lead.
Yeah, definitely. The double will bring up number 1, Blake Imhoff from Minnesota Morris.
Great job by first base coach A.J. Ponciano to send him to second on that one.
Yep. Good read.
So after the leadoff double, here comes Blake. First pitch to Blake is swung on, flared down there to the left field line. Mason's going to come around to score. As Mason comes around to score, the left fielder bobbles it, and Blake makes it all the way to second. That's an RBI double for Mason, and the Oahe Zap tie the game 4-4.
2 back-to-back doubles. Love to see it. Gonna bring up number 7, Dylan Bowie from Vancouver Island University.
What a way to start an inning. Back-to-back extra base hits. You gotta love it. Let's see if the Zap can continue to capitalize here. First pitch to Bowie's taken low in the dirt for ball 1.
Sasquatch have a left-handed pitcher, it seems, heading down to the bullpen.
Seems like the Sasquatch do not want to fall too far behind this game after considering what happened last game. They've used a lot of pitching the last 2 days, and there's still one more game tomorrow. And that'll be a full 9 inning, not be 7 innings.
And you, Ryan Wingard, will be starting.
And I will be starting on the mound tomorrow. It'll be fun. First start for the Oahe Zap, so I'm definitely excited. That pitch is taken low in the dirt. Hutchinson makes a great block there to keep Blake at second and not advance to third. Count is 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. Two and 1 your count here to Dylan Bowie. See if he can get on base here, or at least get Blake over to third base. As that pitch is taken for ball 4.
Great at bat from Dylan Bowie right there.
Great at bat. So after 2 extra base hits and a walk, runners on first and second with nobody out.
The walk will bring up number 4, Emmanuel Ely.
Sasquatch look like they're going to their bullpen here, and that left-handed pitcher looks like he's making his way in. Oh wow.
Oh.
We've got a big change over here. So the left-hander that was in the bullpen looks like he's making his way all the way to right field. And that right fielder looks like he's making his way to left field. And the left fielder looks like he's coming in to potentially start getting loose. So it's not a pitching change, it's just a mound visit.
You know, I understand the Sasquatch have a lot of pitching here on this sheet, but I can't imagine, I have too much left over for tomorrow.
Well, especially with some of the games they've already had earlier in this week.
So
or over the weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how the Sasquatch attack it the rest of the way. Well, with runners on first and second and Emmanuel Ely up to the plate, he had a bunt for a base hit the other night.
I was going to say, I think he
I
could
would
do it
not
again
be,
here.
and that third baseman's kind of back. He's not on that infield grass, so I would actually be shocked if Emmanuel Ely does not bunt here to move those runners, because he's fast enough to beat it out too. Oh, and we got a pickoff. Pickoff to second. And Blake Imhoff is back in there safe at second base. But as we were saying, with as fast as Emmanuel Ely is, I think he can drop a bunt
He can do both
here.
as well. We saw him go hit a home run in Mitchell.
We did see him hit a home run 2 days ago. So he's got and there's the bunt. Pulls back, but called strike anyways. Is that third baseman, and even though Emmanuel showed square, that third baseman is still back and not creeping in. However, the first baseman is playing in on the grass. So someone will have to cover first if he crashes. And that second baseman's playing way over. Manny squares again, pulls back, and this one's taken for a ball. This evens the count up at 1-1. See if Emmanuel Ely can get the bunt down here, advance those runners to second and third. He squares again and misses the bunt. Fouled it off, says the umpire. That moves the count to 1-2. So unless Emmanuel Ely has the confidence to get it down this time, looks like he'll be swinging away.
You know, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. And Emmanuel Ely strikes out swinging on a pitch in the dirt.
That'll turn the lineup over and bring up our leadoff hitter, number 2, Gavin Frazier, senior out of the University of Pikeville.
So in steps Gavin Frazier with a runner on first and second with only one gone. That pitch is taken ball high. Gavin's not the tallest player, so I could assume pitchers don't like throwing him much.
Yeah, and then he
Smaller
poses the
strike
threat of
zone.
bunting as well, too.
He also, yes, he can bunt too, but he's also got some great contact. As that pitch is taken, ball in the dirt. Another great block there by Hutchinson behind the plate.
Pitcher doesn't like the ball, it seems.
And it seems he will ask for a new ball.
Completely different feel this game compared to the first game. You know, the Heat, they've got some shadows out there today, or in this game at least.
Yeah, the sun's kind of setting behind. The
I know
shadows
that first
taking over
game
the
was
field.
really hot.
That pitch is taken low for a ball. It's 3-0 is the count to Gavin Frazier. But I'm sure these players appreciate that it's starting to cool down
Yeah,
and everything
definitely.
else. I mean, I would if I was out there and not up here. That pitch is taken for ball 4. So 4 straight balls to Gavin Frazier, and that'll load the bases.
The walk will bring up center fielder number 5, Dominic DiCarlo.
Can Dominic DiCarlo be a hero here and give the Zap the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning? Taking the lead here would be good because we've kind of been going back and forth all game.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would make the lead for the Zap pretty good going into the late innings of this ball game. That pitch is taken in the dirt for a ball. Another good block by Hutchinson. Keeps the runners where they are. A base hit or a pass ball would give the Zap the lead. And that pitch is in there.
They hit him?
I don't know. That it looked like it might have hit him.
I thought it did.
From here, it looked like it at least. But
It must not have. if he didn't
DiCarlo
set it
says,
down.
DiCarlo says, I want to hit. So that ball does not hit him, but that's taken way inside for ball 2. That moves the count to 2-0.
Yeah, he'll take that 2-0 hitter's count any day.
Absolutely. Anyone would. Except, of course, maybe the pitcher. As the count now moves to 3-0. So that is now 7 straight balls from Josh. And it does not look like the Sasquatch have anyone moving in the bullpen. So they might have to figure something out here. And that pitch is taken for a strike, finally. 3-1's the count. But the Sasquatch already taken a mound visit this inning. They've only got one more this inning. But no one's moving. And that pitch is swung on, flied into right field. Diving attempt, and it gets past them, and that ball's going to roll. And the center fielder comes over and kicks the ball all the way to the wall. Throw comes in and is not in time anywhere. That is going to be an RBI double for Dom DiCarlo. And the Oahe Zap take a lead. 6 to 4 lead for the Zap off that play.
Huge hit by Dominic DiCarlo.
That was a nice backside base hit for Dom DiCarlo. It looked like the right fielder might have had a chance on his dive, but he misses it. And as the center fielder was running over to assist, he kicked the ball all the way to the wall.
DiCarlo's double puts both runners in scoring position for number 31, Ty Farwell. Who, another very dangerous bat.
Another dangerous bat. He has already brought in a couple RBIs this game as well, as he takes called strike one.
And, he was facing the lefty, and now he's got a righty out there. So
now he's got a righty.
This is the matchup he prefers.
This is definitely the matchup he prefers. Ty Farwell has some power to take one out of the stands, but
my first day here actually hit a grand slam.
Really?
Yeah, the first game awesome. I saw when I got here.
So Ty Farwell definitely has some power, but we know he likes hitting righties better than lefties because he told us before this game he's never hit a home run against a lefty. So now that this guy's out of the game, maybe we might see one here. Oh, as Ty Farwell strikes out looking. I don't know if he liked that call too much as he's talking to the umpire on his way back. Ty Farwell did not like that as he was letting the umpire hear it on his way back.
And that'll bring up number 9, Connor Goldberg, which, if you remember, reached on with that drop third strike.
Drop third strike.
Actually led to the tie, the game to be tied up at 3-3.
Yes, it did. So can Connor Goldberg come through again with some more RBIs to extend this Oahe Zap lead here in the bottom of the 4th? Pitch is called, strike one. Goldberg's a really great player. Uncommitted, transfer, hitting really well on the season.
Yep.
Can we get some more RBIs and extend this lead? That pitch is swung and fouled. Back behind the first base dugout and out of play. So quickly 0-2 to Goldberg. Goldberg takes this high for a ball. Moves the count to 1-2 for Goldberg. Again with Gavin Frazier on third. A pass ball or a base hit will score at least one. Dominic DiCarlo out there on second is also very fast.
Yeah.
So a base hit potentially scores two. As that pitch is taken in the dirt. Another great block by Hutchinson. That definitely would have scored Gavin if he didn't block that. Count moves to 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Zap have already scored 3 runs in this bottom part of the inning. Looking to extend it here. As that pitch is taken, a ball in the dirt, moves the count to full, and another great block by Hutchinson.
From 0-2 to full count, right?
From 0-2 to full count, Connor Goldberg has got a great eye and worked this thing all the way back. The catcher for the Sasquatch has definitely kept them in the game so far, blocking all these pass balls. As he can't block that one. That's a wild pitch from the pitcher, and Gavin Frazier comes across to score on ball 4. So the Zap extend their lead 7-4, and Connor Goldberg walks on ball 4.
So the walk will bring up number 11, Quinn Ludvigsen, after Connor Goldberg's great at-bat to force the walk. You can really tell Connor Goldberg's presence at the plate,
he's got a lot of confidence.
Up there,
He's got a lot of confidence right now. He's seeing the ball well, and the pitchers know it too. As that pitch is taken for a called strike.
I know me personally, when I'm facing a hitter that doesn't even think twice in an 0-2 count, that you can't tell if they're uncomfortable or not.
It
is difficult.
It is difficult.
Ty Farwell, when I faced him in conference play, that's one of those hitters that's just a tough out.
It's hard because you want to get them to chase, but they have such a good eye they won't chase.
Mm-hmm.
As the umpire stops the game here, the pitcher came set before Quinn was looking at him. Man, I wish we would have had this umpire the other night because things were getting chippy between the Zap and the Bison as the Bison were doing stuff. As that ball is flared down there, and the third baseman cannot get there. Quinn Ludvigsen with the single. And that'll bring it across Dom DeCarlo for another run. The Zap lead it 8-4. What a base hit from Quinn Ludvigsen to extend this lead even further. And the Sasquatch do not have anyone in the bullpen warming.
The Zapper they just know what to do with 2 outs.
The Zap have come alive. I'm telling you, they scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th last game. Another pass ball, and here comes Goldberg. And Goldberg is safe. The Zap extend their lead. It is now 9-4 Zap. But I don't know what it is with this 4th inning. Between this game and the game earlier, the Zap have scored a combined 10 runs in the bottom of the 4th, with 6 runs this inning. So Quinn is now on second. Mason Melton is at the plate. And there is now someone stretching in the Sasquatch bullpen as that is taken for a ball. So that pitch evens the count up to 1-1. As with the last 2 innings, the Sasquatch pitching is kind of falling apart a little bit, being a little wild, as that is another ball, moves the count to 2-1. The Sasquatch have given up 5 hits, but 9 runs. So you can tell there's been quite a bit of walks
and wild pitches.
Wild pitches here for the Sasquatch tonight. That pitch is taken for called strike, moves the count to 2-2. And if it weren't for the Zap's 3 errors, who knows? They might have gotten out of some of those innings without giving up one. And this might be a much further apart ball game than what it is. As that pitch is swung and fouled back behind the first base dugout. I believe Mason Melton started this inning, so I believe we have now batted around this inning, which is always a good thing when you're hitting, right?
Yeah.
As that pitch is swung, hit pretty well, right fielder's going back and makes the catch, and that will finally end this inning. The Zap have a great inning, scoring 6 and take a lead 9-4. And stepping into the box for the Sasquatch.
First pitch will be a called ball. Not quite sure. Can't get a number.
Not quite sure who that is in the box.
It's number 2.
It was number 2.
That'll be flied out to deep center field. Dom DeCarlo on to make the catch. Out number 1 here in the top of the 5th for Mason Manning.
That was Malachi Lopez, who flies out to center field. Now stepping in to the box for the Spearfish Sasquatch is Elijah Wyatt.
First pitch will be ball 1. And Manning will drop that in there for a strike to even it out at 1-1. And that'll be low. 2-1. There's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And that'll be hit out to center field again. DeCarlo on, and he makes the catch. A diving catch for Dom DeCarlo for out number 2.
What a diving catch, and lots of emotion from him
Yeah.
as he gets up. Super excited.
No fly zone out there today. And yesterday.
They've had some great catch, taking away a lot of extra base hits out there the last 2 days. Stepping into the box is number 9, Hutchinson.
Manning looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. He'll start with a ball away.
It appears there might be a couple people down in the Zap bullpen.
And that ball will be hit out to center field again, right center, and DeCarlo will make the catch.
Again, for a 1-2-3 inning for Manning.
DeCarlo makes all 3 outside inning with a diving catch. Here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Zap lead 9-4. And leading off will be number 1, Blake Imhoff.
And that pitch is swung on for strike one. Blake had an RBI double last time that helped spark that 6-run inning last time as Josh Kearney returns to the mound for the Sasquatch.
You know, they probably can't take him out. You know, they need him to get through this game so they have some arms tomorrow.
And that pitch is taken low for a ball, moving the count to 1-1. I would assume you're right. I'm not sure how much pitchers the Sasquatch have left for the rest of this series, as that pitch is swung on for strike two. And that pitch bounces and rolls to the backstop, moving the count to 2-2. That pitch way above the zone, making it full count here. And that pitch is taken for a called strike three, and Blake Mhoff strikes out looking.
The strikeout will bring up number 7, Dylan Bowie.
So after the first out of the inning, Bowie steps up to the plate. First pitch is taken for a ball high. That pitch is also taken for a ball. Looked pretty good from here, but that's why I'm not umpiring the game. Count moves to 2-0 on Dylan Bowie. Pitch is swung and fouled off. Makes the count 2-1. That pitch is low and away, moving the count to 3-1, and that is back-to-back 3-ball counts for Josh Kearney. That pitch is swung on and lasered down the left field line. That ball's going to roll all the way to the fence. Bowie rounds first, headed for second, and he'll be in there for a stand-up double.
You know, Dylan Bowie just really stepping up in a big way. You know, not a traditional infielder or second baseman, and we've had a lot of injuries on the Zap this year and inconveniences with that. And you know, he's been able to step up in a big way and fill in and give us a chance over there.
Absolutely.
Double will bring up number 4, Emmanuel Ely.
Bowie not only stepping up on the field of play, but also in the batter's box with that double there.
Yeah.
First pitch to Emmanuel Ely is taken low for a ball. And that's what takes a winning recipe on teams. It's just a bunch of guys who are just going to go out there and just do it for the team. Even if it's something they're not used to, they're going to adapt on the fly. And if they make an error or they make a mistake, someone's going to be there to pick them up.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Bowie's done the last couple days as he's been moving around from position to position. And it's really just been impressive what he's done, being so flexible and just adapting on the fly, as he had a great double play yesterday.
Yeah.
That pitch is Grounded hard to shortstop, and Emmanuel Ely, as fast as he is, I think,
Yep.
and the umpire agrees, Emmanuel Ely beats it out.
You know, the shortstop thought he had a little too much time there.
Yes,
Waited
he
back
did.
on that ball. You can't really do that when you got Manny running.
Not when
flying.
you've got Emmanuel Ely running from first to home.
Same thing with Gavin Frazier here as well.
Yes, couple fast guys. Got to get rid of the ball. Gavin Frazier steps up into the box. Runners on first and second with one away. And both runners take off, and they pick to second, and Emmanuel Ely is tossed out at second, but Bowie makes it to third. So a double steal there, and Manny gets tossed out at second.
Number 2, Gavin Frazier, up to bat.
And that pitch is fouled off. Evens the count up at 1-1. Looks like there's a couple people down in that Sasquatch bullpen. Looks like a lefty is throwing some plyo balls, getting ready to play some toss with the catcher to come in this game. That pitch is taken high for a ball on Gavin Frazier. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Another great block by the catcher, because that would have scored Bowie. The amount of runs the Sasquatch catcher has saved this game is incredible.
Yeah.
That pitch is fouled off by Gavin Frazier, making it a full count. That pitch is taken for ball 4. And you can see by the pitcher's reaction, he either did not like the call or not like the pitch. But it was a pretty close call. So I'm going to assume he does not like the umpire's call.
Bring back up number 5, Dominic DiCarlo.
First and third here for the Zap. 2 outs. Can DiCarlo bring in another run for the Zap? That pitch is swung on into the gap.
Wow.
And a diving catch by the right fielder saves definitely 2 runs for the Sasquatch. After 5, it is 9-4 Zap.
it's Jack Brandon.
Stepping into the box for the Sasquatch here, in the top of the 6 is number 23, Sam Kwabnowski. Pinch hitter off the bench here for the Sasquatch, trying to get a rally going here in the late innings.
Mason Manning out for the 6th inning here. His first pitch will be hit down the right field foul line for a foul ball. So he jumps ahead with the 0-1.
Looks like the Sasquatch have a lefty up and moving down in that bullpen.
And that ball will be hit out to center field. DiCarlo on the run again. And that'll be 4 straight outs for Dominic DiCarlo out there in center field.
Man, they should just take everyone else off the field and just have Dom out there.
I mean, he's just putting on a clinic out there.
And now we have the beer batter.
And when you're a pitcher and you know that you can give up some hits like that to the outfield and trust your guys to go out there and catch those balls, you know, it's a really good, comfortable feeling out there on the mound.
Oh yes, for sure. This is the beer batter.
First pitch was a ball.
Number 13, Houston.
The second pitch is in there for a strike. And that one's hit out to left field now. A little bit harder. And that one's going to drop at the fence, at the wall, I mean. And they will cut it and cut the runner off at second. It'll be a stand-up double.
That'll flip the lineup over, bringing up the leadoff hitter for the Sasquatch, Bo Landoli. No one is throwing quite yet, but there are a couple people stretching down there in the Oahe Zap bullpen. It looks like number 23, Trey Alexander.
I'm not sure how many pitches Manning is at exactly, but you know, if he keeps going at this rate, getting quick outs, you know,
I could see him
going the whole
finishing this
distance.
thing.
Yep.
Down in the bullpen as well as number 22, Brady Glenn.
Then miss for a ball. 1-0.
Fun fact, Brady Glenn is the longest tenured Zap. Did you know that?
I did know that. He actually played at the Zap before they were the Zap, and they were the Trappers. And that one will be spiked for ball 2. And that one will be fouled off. Manning looking to even it out here on this pitch. And that one just misses. The ball 3. 3-1 count here, Iandoli. And Manning gets a pop-up here out behind shortstop, and Imhoff will call it off and make the catch for out number 2. Frazier able to duck out of the way there.
That'll bring up the second baseman for the Sasquatch, number 8, Braden Smith.
Manning looking for the last out here in the 6th inning. And he'll drop that in there for strike one. You know, one thing that's really been helpful for Manning and getting him deep into this game is his first pitch strikes and being able to attack hitters early.
I would agree that, and just getting some soft contact early, getting guys in and out of the box as fast as possible. Just like that.
Yep, there will be a ground ball to Mason Melton, and he'll make the play with ease, and that'll end the inning. Mason Manning is 3 outs away from a complete game.
Yeah, that's fine. Welcome back here. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Oahe Zap are leading the Spearfish Sasquatch 9-4. We have a pitching change here on the mound for the Sasquatch. Now into pitch, left-handed pitcher Mac Hibben, number 30. Hibben is from northern Colorado, and this summer he has posted a 3.65 ERA.
Leading off for the Zap will be number 31, Ty Farwell.
Farwell steps up into the box. I mean, we talked about it earlier how he doesn't hit well against lefties, but I think he gets out of that right here. I'm going to call it here on the stream. Ty Farwell bomb. We'll see if it happens or not. I don't know if this pitcher can see the signs because he stepped off twice already. I don't know what's going on with that. First pitch is taken in the dirt for a ball. Looked like a breaking ball first pitch. That pitch is also in the dirt for a ball. Moves the count to 2-0. That pitch is also taken for a ball, 3-0. Biggest thing for this series and the Sasquatches, they have kind of struggled to pound the zone and throw strikes. That's kind of led to some base runners who have gotten on base to steal and or come around to score based on wild pitches, as that is ball 4 to Ty Farwell. So a 4-pitch walk to Ty Farwell. Now have a runner on first with nobody out.
The walk will bring up number 9, Connor Goldberg.
Now we've got the hot hitting right-handed hitter, Connor Goldberg, up to the plate. Let's see if he can stay hot here and put a ball in the gap. As that pitch almost hits him and is taken for a ball, and Ty advances to second and gets to second without a slide. That's a stolen base.
That'll be 5 straight balls for Mac Hibben.
That will be 5 straight balls, and the theme of balls for the Sasquatch continue here. And there is his first strike of his outing. Connor Goldberg takes called strike 1, moving the count to 1-1. That pitch is low in the dirt. Ty Farwell takes off and will advance to third yet again without a slide. And this catcher does not look happy.
You know, this catcher's just been dealing with it all game.
The last 2 days.
Save some runs, and so you're not going to get all of them.
I don't think so.
Some pitches just aren't.
Some pitches are not blockable. You are right. But it's also frustrating from a catcher standpoint when you cross him up as a pitcher.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was maybe a cross-up, which is why that pitch got away with him. That's why he went out and talked to him. But here we go. And that is ball 3. Moves to count to 3-1 as the pitcher takes a stroll around the mound, maybe trying to clear his mind and get back in the strike zone. That's a swing and a miss, a healthy hack from Goldberg. It's a very healthy 3-1 swing, which is what you want to see, especially out of a guy like Goldberg who's swinging a hot bat right now.
Yeah.
Try and get Farwell in and just give some cushion here as we move into the late innings of this ball game. That pitch is fouled down the first base line. Goldberg staying alive, looking to bring in an RBI. Matt comes set, and that is fouled off by Goldberg.
Goldberg just putting together a really good at bat.
I feel like we've said that a lot today from Goldberg. Just a really complete hitter.
It'll be interesting to see if Mac Hibben can get back in there a third consecutive time in the zone.
I would agree with that. That's another foul ball from Goldberg. Connor Goldberg having an amazing at-bat, trying to stay alive and get Ty Farwell across the plate to extend this lead. Got to swing the bat here because you don't want to leave it into the umpire's hands. As that pitch is not close, up and away. And that is yet another walk for the Sasquatch.
So after the walk, number 11, Quid Ludvigsen will come to the plate.
And it looks like we're going to see a mound visit here from the Sasquatch. Runners on first and third here and nobody out. And there is no one moving in that Sasquatch bullpen. So you might just think they're riding with Mac for the rest of this game, trying to just survive to tomorrow, not using any more pitchers.
Yeah. Some more lefty on lefty action here. Quinn Ludvigsen up to bat.
Here comes Quinn after his RBI single last at bat. As that pitch is not close, the catcher makes another spectacular save. His mask comes off. Looks like it almost hit the umpire there. Yet another save from that catcher, because that would have scored Farwell for sure. As another pitch is up and in as Quinn Ludvigsen ducks out of the way. Another 2-0 count.
You know, Matt Kibbender's really struggling out there right now.
Hasn't thrown very many strikes this appearance.
You know, one thing I'm noticing is the body language after, each pitch.
Yes.
The smashing of the glove.
There it is.
Showing your opponents
another strike.
That you're frustrated, I don't know. Personally, I don't think it's a good look.
I would agree. As that is another pitch and another save from the catcher as his hat and mask have come off. And none of these pitches this at bat have really been close to Quinn.
Mac isn't throwing slow up there either. His fastball has some bite to it. And this catcher is making some pretty impressive catches right now.
Stops. And that's a swing and a miss from Q. A big 3-1 hack there from Quinn.
Yet another full count.
Yet another full count here to Quinn. Will Goldberg take off? And that's going to be a fly ball. That will not be deep enough. And Ty Farwell does not test it.
Oh.
So that does not get far enough to get the RBI. So there will be one out with runners still at first and third.
That'll bring up number 15, Mason Melton.
Mac recovered well in that at bat after getting behind early. Let's see what he does this at bat. As first pitch, strike, swing and a miss from Mason Melton. I believe that is his first pitch strike. Let's see if he can stay ahead here, or will the count go even? And that is a swing and a miss for strike two. And for the time being, it seems like Mac has found his groove again. I will agree, as a pitcher, there are some times it takes a few in-game batters to find your groove, and maybe that's all he needed.
Yeah, definitely.
As that is a swing and a miss, strike three. And Mac collects his first strikeout of this outing for him. That'll be 2 outs with runners at the corners.
I'll bring up number 1, Blake Imhoff.
And here comes Blake. There's another strike from Mac. That's 4 straight strikes from Mac. I believe he has found his groove. That pitch misses high for a ball. One and one count to Blake Imhoff. Runners at the corners with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Goldberg takes off. Pitch gets away. Goldberg's going to go first to third, and Ty Farwell will score, and that extends the lead 10-4 for the Zap. So there it is, another pass ball that scores a run for the Zap. With a runner on third, there is a chance it happens yet again, but we'll see if this catcher can make some more spectacular saves, as that is a ball inside on Blake Imhoff. That moves the count to 3-1 with 2 away. And that pitch is nowhere close. Ball 4. So we'll have runners on the corners again with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
That'll bring up number 8, Cy Taylor.
Cy Taylor swinging a hot bat lately, hitting .324 on the summer season. Definitely looking for an RBI right here. Ball 1. Pitch is high. That is another ball. Quickly 2-0. Matt comes set. That is another ball. Quickly 3-0. And he is yet to throw a strike this at bat. Don't want to load the bases in this situation, as he looks out into the outfield sky to reset his mind. Matt comes set on a 3-0 count. And that is ball 4. So that will load the bases for the Zap here in the bottom of the 6th.
That'll bring up number 4, Emmanuel Ely.
Emmanuel Ely showed it a couple days ago at the Bison. He does have home run power here with the bases loaded. Would probably end the game, making it a 10-run rule. But I'm sure Manny's up there just looking for a base knock here to extend this lead. Sasquatch have nobody warming up in the bullpen. There's a swing and a miss from Emmanuel Ely. Moves the count to 0-1. Can Mack escape this inning with limited damage of only 1 run? And that is ball 2, and another save from the catcher as that pitch was high. That moves the count to 1-1. That is called strike 2. Moves the count to 1-2. Can Matt get out of this inning? That's a foul ball from Emmanuel Ely. Looks like it might have hit off the catcher. So the umpire is going to walk this ball out and take some time. Great fight from Emmanuel Ely. Count remains 1-2. Hibbins comes set and delivers strike 3. Emmanuel Ely strikes out swinging with bases loaded. A bit of a rough start there for Hibben, but he's able to recover and come back strong, only giving up 1. Oahe Zap leave the bases loaded, scoring 1 in the inning. Your score is 10-4, headed into the bottom of and headed to the top of the 7th. Your Zapper three outs away from a victory.
Alright, welcome back, fans. Top of the 7th. Your Zap lead the Sasquatch 10-4. And there has been a pitching change. It'll be the end of the day for Mason Manning, who had nothing short of a great outing, holding the Sasquatch to 4 runs and 4 hits, going 6 innings. On to pitch will be Trey Alexander, the right-handed pitcher, freshman from Nelson University. 3 outs away, sealing the W here. And the first pitch will be grounded over to second for the first out of the inning.
That ground out was from Summons, the shortstop.
Trey 2 outs away here.
Stepping into the box now, Crew Moeller, number 4.
And first pitch from Trey to Moeller will be a ball. And the 1-0 be another ball in the dirt. Here's the 2-0 from Trey. Be a fastball called strike on the inner half. Brings the count to 2-1. And the second pitch, another fastball in there for a strike. Counts even at 2-2. That one will get past the catcher. That'll bring the count full. And that one will be fouled back towards the press box. As Moeller continues to fight in this at bat. another foul ball. Let's see if Trey can end this at bat on this pitch here. And he will with a swing and miss on the fastball. That'll be out number 2 as he paces around the mound.
Looked like he had something to say to the batter after blowing that pitch by him.
Well, Trey definitely feeling his groove now, and that fastball's working. You know, he's pretty hard to hit. You know.
Stepping into the box now, number 2, Malachi Lopez.
Trey, 1 out away here. Looking to close this game out against Spearfish Sasquatch. Give the Zap a 3-0 lead in the series. First pitch, fastball called strike. Trey jumps on him right there. There's the 0-1. And just a little high and inside for ball 1. 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. No runners on for the Sasquatch. And that'll be in there for strike 2. Sasquatch hitters not wanting to bite on Trey Alexander's fastball. I don't know if they're seeing it or just can't pick up on the spin, but
Not quite sure, but that's looks like 2 fastballs he's taking down the middle in this at bat.
And that'll be a foul ball. Trey going for another strikeout there to end the game. You know, I think if he comes back with a fastball here, he's got it. I don't think these guys want to hit off him. I don't think they want to swing.
I would personally, I would go curveball here. That's all they've seen is fastball this at bat.
Let's see.
He comes back fastball.
Another foul ball.
You have to go something off speed here, right?
I'd bury something here now.
You throw what, 4 straight fastballs to this guy?
Let's see what Trey throws here at the 1-2.
Let's see what Ty and Trey are thinking here.
And that'll be flown out to center field.
Oh. Ground ball right back to the pitcher.
Oh, ground ball right back to the pitcher.
He fields it and steps on first himself, and your Zap beat the Sasquatch 10-4, and the Zap take both games of the doubleheader today.
Tune back in at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Ryan Wingard on the boat.